give a donation to and proudly support the president. So Claire.
Thanks, Jeff. And thanks again, y'all. You know, the time is now. You know, people have kind of kept busy. We feel like we dodged a cannonball. I came back from the inauguration and I saw those women's marches and I said, holy cow. It was really regrettable that we weren't better organized in 2016, but we made it through. I thought, actually, we may need to organize now more than ever. So I called all the Trump managers across the state of Georgia and I said, are you thinking what I'm thinking? What's going to happen to the movement? What's going to happen to the momentum here in Georgia? Because if y'all have ever been involved in politics, there are the players that get involved and then they go back and they fade back into the woodwork and we see them come around in election cycles, but for the most part they live their lives and they're not bothered by the goings-ons in between the election cycles. Well, I knew that if we could get people together in a decided framework of collaboration, cooperation, communication, and everybody agreed, yeah, let's start now in January 2017. We don't really have a day or a minute to waste. We need to start now. So we took a vote, we came up with a name, we came up with a logo. Everybody's like, yep, I'm on, I'd love to continue to manage my county, and the enthusiasm was there. We knew the best foot forward was to launch at this GOP state convention in Augusta. We signed up 100 people out of the gate. We had a really nice located booth right outside the convention hall, and we knew we had done something right when people would walk by our table and they didn't even bother taking a brochure, but they would buy our shirts and our hats because they just liked the fact that it said President's Team, Trump, Pence. So we knew we were off to a great start. We've been working diligently ever since. As Jeff said, we're an activist grassroots group. We do something tangible every month. We have, thanks. It takes a lot of work, but we have conduits. We have a board of directors, we have a board of advisors, and we have very active, talented county chairs. And we want to keep our ears to the ground with what your ideas are. What are the issues? We want to do the hot button issues. Stay on top of things. We're nimble, so month to month we can do things. We can vary it up. You know, 1 month if you are want to see what we do, there's examples over here about our monthly activities. We do have a dues every year. Basic is $25 a year that goes to our booth, which we just got a second one for South Georgia. We're going to be doing a meeting down there with Kay Godwin and Pat Tibbett in Waycross on the 26th. So the money for the dues, and there's a vice presidential level for 100, and you get a free cap. And if you go big or go home, presidential level is $250 a year. You get a free cap and a free name badge. But the membership dues go to all the things that we do to promote the president. We knew that buzz was important. We knew that this is about generating excitement. I've been involved in politics since 2000, and I've done the whole thing. I went through the grassroots. I was second vice chair in Cobb. I was Cobb County's first Tea Party coordinator, and then I got tapped to lead Cobb for Trump. And I've seen the new energy, the new enthusiasm, I call it fire in the belly for Trump, okay? It's bringing a lot of new people on board. People have never been involved in politics before, and we are a big family. And as Jeff says, we are of many flavors. There's many facets to this beautiful stone, okay? But we are laser focused to help promote the president's policies and advance his winning America First agenda. But we like to hear ideas. We built a 29-foot float in Cobb County in 2017, or 2016. We put 10 veterans on it. We had an Atlanta skyline and a big banner that said Veterans for Trump, and we won first place in the Marietta 4th of July parade. And we had a professional float designer, and it looked like the Miss America pageant. I mean, it was just beautiful. And then we took that idea, and every July, a county, and we had 3 or 4 counties build, we have a float kit. And for $180, you get, the skirt, you get 2 Trump figures, you get 2 banners, you get 30 Trump fans, you get the whole kit that you can retrofit onto a very common trailer and be in your community parade. And I can't tell you, the reception and the smiles and the clapping and everything, they're like, go President Trump, everybody's, the GOPs are floating everything, but we can specialize, okay? They have a lot of stuff on their plate. And we like to think that we are in it just to help get him reelected. So we have 4 coalitions veterans for President's Team, women for veterans for President's Team. We have nationality engagement, which is made up of nothing but people from foreign countries. And anyone who knew me who came to COB meetings in 2016, I really focused on having foreign spokespeople talk about being raised and growing up in socialist countries. Russia, France, Brazil, Mexico. I mean, we had about 8 speakers, and people love to hear those personal stories because at the end of the day, this is a battle about socialism and our free enterprise system as it exists today, but it is severely being threatened, as we all know, especially with the younger people. So we have a nationality engagement. We have our founding coalition is Prayer Warriors for Trump. We founded it in September 2016. We've been on the phone every weekday at 8:30 praying for President Trump, for his safety and discernment. We talk about the issues of the day for about 5 minutes. Then we have some scripture, inspirational scripture, and then we have open prayer for 5 minutes. And that's another dimension that if people don't want to come to meetings or they're not really into the typical grassroots stuff, there's a way for them to plug in and get fellowship and feel connected with like-minded, God-fearing people that are praying. And they know that this is a spiritual warfare. This is a spiritual battle, okay? So we have to engage on all fronts. So I'm very proud of that coalition. We love ideas. I tell a chairman, the sky's the limit. Tell us what you want to do, whether it's a float in the parade or, we came up with this idea for the fish fry. How many of y'all have ever been to the fish fry in Perry, Georgia? I said, Mike Ross, the one who's in charge, said, we really want to make the booths fun this year. Claire, what can you come up to make the booth fun? And I said, I've had this idea kicking around in my head for a while. I said, you just gave me the excuse to do it. So we had this Hillary made up, and she's in handcuffs, and we have jailer's keys, okay, and we have the 2 signs. These are just props. And at the fair, at the North Georgia State Fair, which again is a lot of fun, we signed up a ton of people for President's Team there. We had people donate, just throw in for any donation. They got a photo op with Hillary, okay? Because you know what? We have to laugh, y'all. I mean, we know we're serious warriors in the trenches, and this is serious business, but we need some comic relief sometimes. We have brochures over here. The brochure does have an application in it. There's also applications on their own. We've got cards. Okay, there's so much to talk about. I hope I don't take too much time. But one of the things that I think are going to be one of our legacies is this. Our deck of cards are called Winning for America, Deal Me In. So we have an activities committee that meets, and we decide what the next activity is going to be, like a lesson plan. The beauty of President's Team is we all throw in, and then we organize an event or an activity, and then we are able to buy in bulk and then distribute it to the different counties at an affordable price. And that way the chair doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. I mean, I like to model a county chair that puts in about, an hour, no more than 3 hours a month. A typical member might do 15 or 20 minutes a month. So we really want to keep it very attainable. These cards, we were sitting there, and there was a girl sitting next to me on our committee, and there was an email going around talking about all the things that Trump had done, just like in the first 100 days. And she turned to me and she said, we ought to put that on a deck of cards. And I said, Nicole, that is the most brilliant idea. And in 3 weeks, we had our volume 1 sold at the North Georgia Fair. We sold out 100 real fast. Great stocking stuffer. Then we made another 100, and then the next year we jumped up to 250. We sold 250 decks in 2 months. And so it's volume 2. They're made in the USA. They're fabulous graphics. Everything is original. All of our buttons and everything is our artwork. This is a one-of-a-kind Hillary. Everything with President's Team. So the cards are, a kind of a fun novelty item that is, an educational thing. It fights fake news. Along the lines of working with the GOP. So I was an officer with Darrell Wilson. Y'all know Darrell Wilson. He's the chairman, 6th District. Okay, he was the first vice chair. I was the second vice chair in Cobb, and I keep in touch with all my political buds. I mean, Stella. I've known Stella for 15 years. Anyway, I said, "What's shaking, Darrell?" And he said, Claire, I really wish we had a piece that I could take into a barber shop and just use it to break the ice and to start conversation. And the way he described it, this giant light bulb went off over my head. I said, Daryl, President's team will do this for you. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll pay for it. We'll get them distributed. You have in your head what you have, you've got something in your head. You be the architect of it. We'll make it. So the very first one, could you pass me the first one? It's one with Karen Walker's face on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. He said, now here's the kicker. Can you have them ready for Juneteenth? And I said, which was about 12 days away. I said, you just made my head blow off, Daryl. I said, that's a really tall order. But we did it. I featured Karen Walker. She's one of his officers in the 6th District. This is her picture, her quote. And we highlighted it said, I believe in the right path to choose my own path. What do you believe? And then Daryl added this at the bottom. Whether it's a teacher, a football player, a veteran returning from Afghanistan, we believe in the power of self-reliance and the confidence to get the job done. That's what being American is all about. So we distributed 500 of these in Marietta Square on Juneteenth. How many of y'all don't know what Juneteenth is? Okay, it's the Emancipation Day from slavery that Lincoln signed. And they celebrate it on a holiday they call Juneteenth. And they have festivals all around. So, and on the back, it highlighted some kitchen table bullet points about what President Trump had done to help African Americans. Okay, it features more take-home pay for you and your family. There is a healthy, safe community. Thrive in a healthy, safe community with your family. A strong military is a strong America. An education that works for you and your dreams. So we passed out 500 of these. And what his point was, I want to just talk to people about issues. I don't want to necessarily come along and hit them over the head with a sledgehammer about Republican this and elephant that and conservative this. And he said, I just want to break the ice and get into conversation with people. And that's what this piece did. Now, then it was so well received, and we went to the listening tour. Could you pass me one of the newsreels? This was so well received by various people around the state that Daryl knew, Vivian Childs, Deanna Harris, Karen Walker, that they said, we need more of this. We need more. Can you get us more? And so Daryl shot me some facts, and I said, I had this vision. I said, oh, okay, if this is the appetizer, this is the meal, okay? I came up with the idea of doing like a periodical and doing it nothing but slammed front to back with the referenced links about what President Trump had done for African Americans just in the first 18 months. All this with some nice graphics. It's called New Times for You, Gateway to Opportunity. The economy, jobs, jobs, jobs are back. Features the quarterly quote, Trump is the most pro-black president in our lifetime. This president actually wants to prove something to our community. August 2018, Pastor Daryl Scott is a 56-year-old evangelical minister from Cleveland, Ohio, who leads the New Spirit Revival Center. He is currently National Diversity Coalition for President Trump. This is what they don't know because they don't hear it. Now, not all, but mostly they're being led and misled by leaders that I don't know how much good they have in their hearts for African American, their own kind. I don't understand why they could mislead them and not at least educate them on the facts, okay? So they love this, and we printed 5,000, and Daryl and Vivian Childs, and we went around on the listening tour, and we distributed these, and these were really well received. Then we took this piece, and we retooled it. If this was for Juneteenth, we're going to basically take the same footprint, but we're going to have it with a statewide appeal. So I was thinking, all right, what is the stereotypic thing about how a Republican looks, right? They're all just supposed to be a bunch of old white guys, right? All right, so rich white guys. So I thought, let's feature some President's Team people and put it in a new piece and call it The Four Faces of a Georgia Voter. And we featured our poet, Ken, what is Coach Ken's name? I call him Coach Ken Woods. Okay, he's a poet. In fact, he wrote the poem over here called Donald Trump. He's also has a nonprofit, Coach for Kids, and he's a motivational speaker. And he's kind of been one of the inside spirits of Cobb Team for Trump, which turned into President's Team, which really was the footprint of President's Team statewide. He's featured on there. Then we have another girl from Cobb County. She calls herself a recovering Democrat, but I put her down as a Jewish former Democrat. Her name's DJ. And then Marcia Cox is featured on here. She's the chairman of Cherokee County. She's a Brazilian immigrant. And we got the husband of one of our regional directors in region number 2. He's a white cracker Georgia farmer, okay? Which is, everybody kept saying, definitely include South Georgia, because the rural areas feel very dismissed. So whatever you do with this piece, we even put a picture of the rural farms in South Georgia, because we all are Georgia and we all need to pitch in to help keep this state red. And we put a lot more facts stacked back to back on the push card. Okay, we did 10,000 of these. So your dues, when you say, what do your dues go to? We do these pieces. We listen. We want to answer needs. We want to listen to ideas from our chairman. We want to grow. We want to have enthusiasm. We want to build teams. We will hopefully be the backbone of the door-to-door grassroots activist effort to get Trump reelected in 2020. And so I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. The Georgia Fair is a great place to launch a group, and I hope that Chuck Moore, who's been very patient with us, we're finally getting around with our whole booth. Thank you, and thank you, Jeff, for your help, and Lydia as well. We hope that if you have any questions, come talk to me. We have a whole table full of some fun merchandise and things, and God bless America.